EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it... end zone for a touchback here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish a line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. This defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Pretty sure they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. They failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Watson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. There he goes, left side. 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in,
Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one is incomplete. The Patriots at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You got a receiver who's got 1 touchdown in this first quarter. They were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys who already got into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's Jones. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watson off play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And returning it, here's Hamler. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Patriots nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. He's out there alive. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Touchdown, Patriots. Anthony Schwartz, 41 yards. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, and really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. And now here is another interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And they will not get a chance. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Here's Watson. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on second down. Watson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Watson looks to throw again. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
but he could not pull it in.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On fourth down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. A good pickup there at 22.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. On second down, they'll run it here. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's third and 10.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On third down, Wilson.
This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have opened the lead up to 30. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with. and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Hey, you got a snapper.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. He's got his man, Thornton. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here's Wilson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Watson's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Watson on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
And he'll find Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Watson's throw taken in by Thornton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 1st down, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And he gets this to Thornton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And now here is another interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, fans usually love to see...
10.